I mean, I feel pretty confident mostly that the drizzle thing is a joke. It's like satire, I think. But then there seems to be some men who maybe they don't know that it's a joke. I can't tell. They seem legitimately angry with me for being a woman. Here's the thing. I don't do the sprinkle thing. So there's no reason to be mad at me. I don't have the time to learn the games, basically. I also don't understand if I'm mad about men who are manipulative. Why would I decide to be manipulative in return? I don't want to do that. I just want to be the giant weirdo that I am and just hope everything works out. You could argue that I'm in my 40s and divorced, so maybe that plan's not going so great. Okay.
She said she doesn't have the time to learn the games, while having the time to make a video and post it on the internet about the game she has no time to learn. Yeah, that made perfect sense. And she is in her 40s and divorced. Maybe that plan is not going so great? You think? No. Okay, let's go back to her point of men disliking. I don't know the details of that, but I do know if you put out content that men see right through as if it was wishy-washy, well, that could be a recipe for them to start putting in those comments that will hurt your fifis with a quickness. Now, drizzle is a parody. I would say most men are clear about that, and maybe a few of them take it a tad bit too far. But can you blame them really when women were the ones who took it too far to begin with? You ever heard the one about the boy who called wolf? Well, the modern version is the queen who called sprinkle. Emotional damage! Moving on.
If you are trying to meet somebody the organic way, meaning not on a dating app or not on Instagram, just in a regular everyday life, I'm going to suggest that you find a third place. What's a third place? And who am I? I'm Haley. I'm a retired girl. It's nice to meet you. Welcome back. Now, a third place is somewhere that isn't home and isn't work, that you go regularly, that people know you, that you know the people that work there, that is like a community that you found. So a third place could be like the gym. A third place could be a coffee shop that you read at. A third place could be the public library. A third place could be an art class. It could be a jiu-jitsu gym. It could be literally whatever. Pickleball. It could, like, there's so many things. It could be a club. It could be a hiking club. There's so many things and so many ways for you to get out and to get around people. And it's going to require you to get out of your comfort zone.
She started off by saying she is a retired F girl, aka a 304. Is there such a thing? I am pretty sure that the bulk of my male viewers would say retired, no, dormant, yes. Either way, I can almost see the comments now of don't take a 304 dating advice because all she knows are the carousel rides full of Chads and Tyrones. That set aside, her advice of finding women at a third place and the examples she gave sound great if we were in the 1990s or early 2000s, but that era is long gone. And in order for that to be effective, everyone would have to be on the same page, and that's not reality. Let me put it this way for my XX chromosome closed captioning required viewers. Men are not just the risk takers, they go where they know their techniques will be most effective. If what this queen said would pay out good dividends, the bulk of men would have been doing that already and not going on the dating app. That would suggest that even with the high rejection rate average men get on the dating apps, it is still a better option than the gym or the library. In fact, at the gym, if you didn't bring your girl to that gym, chances are the attractive women at that gym are looking for a Giga Chad.
Liar! It is. If you want to meet people organically, you're going to have to get outside your comfort zone. Now, something that helps me when I feel like I'm going into a situation where I'm like a little bit anxious, I have to put on my extroverted energy, I have to like be a little more friendly. Something that always helps me is that I remember if I'm in a room and I'm feeling lonely, if I look around the room, I guarantee you that you can spot another person that feels lonely just like you. And if you go over and you introduce yourself to them, now you no longer feel lonely and they no longer feel lonely. You just made a friend. And that literally is all that it takes in order to start meeting people, in order to start getting better friends, in order to start going on dates, in order to start just being more organic and just being more honestly alive and a part of your everyday life. Find a third place, meet people, and remember that if you're feeling lonely, that you need to recognize somebody else is feeling lonely. Get outside of yourself and go help be their friend. If you like this, you want more retired girl advice, come back here. Follow for more.
The reason this isn't going to work that well in modern times is because modern women will not really accept it that much. We are in an era where women are so protected and so shielded from things, well, something that a woman in the 1990s would have brushed off. Today's Western woman would claim they were terrified and threatened. The art of cold approach is not as simple as this self-proclaimed retired 304 wants to make it look like. I am sorry, ladies, but if you ask any man, if he thinks women are capable of making a false accusation, he will look at you like, what, you think they aren't? I mean, her own example of being helpful in a place like a gym. Okay, please remind us all about that guy who was offering to help a woman with her weights in a gym. She recorded him and then tried to put him on blast. Yeah, there is a reason men always say don't take women's dating advice, and that is because women have zero clue of the minefield that men have to walk in the modern Western dating market. Sweetie, I will say that you saying you were a former F girl is enough to give this gorilla the ick, and that is some creeper advice there you are giving, trying to take advantage of men at the gym.
Yes, I am so sorry. You don't even know how sorry I am. I'm just being honest.
Moving on.
I've never made a video talking about why I wanted divorce, so I guess let's dive into it. Because on my Get Ready With Me video that's got millions of views, a lot of people are like, step 1 for weight loss, divorce him. And no, that's not like what my intentions were with that video. That's just sadly part of my story. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Lauren, I'm a weight loss influencer, and I lost 87 pounds. And also happened to get divorced. So let's go way back to the beginning. I met my ex-husband in college my first semester in 2014. We got married May 1st of 2017. We were in college at Missouri State at the time, and he just like grabbed my promise ring and asked me to marry him, and then a week later told me he wanted to join the Army. So, which we had been dating for 3 years. I loved him. He was like the love of my life. So I said, yes, like love is all we need, right? So dropped out of college. I got my associates in general studies, but like never finished my bachelor's at Missouri State, and went on to become an Army wife. And got it in my head that I needed a baby instantly, since I was leaving my family to go move like somewhere in the country, which what was wrong with me? I was 21 years old and like demanding a baby. Anyway, son was born in March of 2018, and by March of 2020, I wanted a divorce. Our marriage just started feeling like we were roommates. Like we literally didn't have any intimacy. We didn't seem to have much in common anymore. Like we didn't even like listening to the same music. We didn't have fun together anymore. He had his own struggles with mental health during our whole relationship, and it started to rub off on me.
Okay, she became the better version of herself post-divorce. Right there, starting off, I already know that my male viewers were thinking she was the worst version of herself for her husband, but then becomes the better version of herself for the carousel rides to come. I am pretty sure she was more than likely thin when she got married and put on the weight later. Also, her husband joined the army and she became an army wife that gained weight. Yeah, this is so common. There is a term for it. The pendipotamus. And she admitted to being a stay-at-home mom. To quote Terrence Popp, they usually pull the pin on the fat grenade and blow up. I don't know all the details of her life. I am just very clear how those dynamics usually go. And just 2 years after the kid was born, she wanted a divorce. Again, this is about par for the course. Once those benefits are locked in with the kid, there isn't any other reason to stick around. Hey, don't take my word for it. There are plenty of U.S. military veterans that can share some stories. And let me paint all of you a picture. That is quite common. Male soldier gets married to a hottie. He quickly wants a kid. They have that kid together. After the birth, she stocks on an additional 50 pounds. Male soldier sees female soldiers who are in shape and exercising just about every day right next to them. Male soldier has to work long hours. Male soldier comes home and sees his dependopotamus scarfing down some potato chips on the couch, and the house is a mess. His S drive basically goes down to 0, and the dependopotamus doesn't understand why he is ignoring her after his long day of work. Oh, did I forget to mention, he will take the blame for all the issues, and she'll start fights and blame him for them.
Which sounds so bad, but I tried to take care of his needs for so long. Like, I would literally wrap this man up in blankets and give him baths and wash his whole body and, like, hold him tight in Walmart. Like, I did a lot of things for him. And then when I was struggling, where was he for me? I loved this man. I was literally obsessed with him. Letting our relationship get to like that roommate level is what really ruined it. And I tried telling him. He'd come home from work and just instantly sit in his recliner and be on his phone. And I said, hey, like, I need attention. I'm starting to be unhappy. Oh, okay. Weeks go by, nothing really changes. So I'm like, hey, I'm starting to like think about life without you. Like, it's getting worse. I need attention. Like, let's do something fun together. Still, like, nothing. Hey, I'm starting to imagine what life would be like with another man. Like, I'm falling out of love with you. We need to fix this. Still nothing. Or he would like do better for a week and then just go back to being lazy all the time. Around the same time too is when I started wanting to do better for myself and lose weight and find myself again. And I felt like he just has a very like low vibration personality and gets stressed out really easily. And I felt like every single day, like, his negativity was bringing me down when I was trying so hard to like find my happiness again. Like, I'd wake up ready to have a good day and his attitude instantly just like ruined it for me.
Wait, she totally loved the guy, but divorced him in just 2 years of the rough patch. Yeah, that convinced me it was absolutely true love. She was an overweight stay-at-home mom. The fact that she lost the weight after her divorce proves she could have done it during her marriage. Hell, she had a bunch of free time on her hand. And she said she was starting to imagine life with another man. Again, that love was strong there. And the funny thing is, she was an overweight housewife who claimed the active duty soldier was the lazy one. Anyone notice a pattern here? Also, at the point she was falling out of love is when she wanted to lose weight and do better for herself. Yeah, that was some awesome code for I need to get thin again for my next relationship. Sweetheart, this story is not unique in the least. It's happened thousands of times before you among the herd of dependopotamuses, and it's happened thousands of times after you left. You were a lazy army wife, and your ex-husband lost attraction for you. Ladies, you pride yourselves on being able to read the vibes. Why didn't she read the vibes between the collisions of her folds to save her marriage? It's all about what other things he needed to do for her, on top of everything he was already doing. Sweetheart, you weren't big boned, you were very overweight, and he didn't find you mouthwatering anymore. While at the same time, he is busting his butt to stay physically fit. What do you think brought the mood down more, considering he has to come home to an XXXL queen who is very demanding?
But wait, there's more.
And like back to the whole intimacy thing, I tried telling him like, hey, I Googled it. I said, we need to start planning this because apparently like the less you do it, the less you want it. The more you do it, the more you want it. So let's schedule it. He came home from work one day and I said, hey, can we do it later? Like, let's plan to do it. Oh, sure, maybe. Well, after dinner, he's using the bathroom and I'm folding laundry at the kitchen table and I got a book idea. So I bust into the bathroom because we're comfortable with each other like that to tell him my book idea. Only to find him like this. Broke my heart. I cried so much. There were so many times I would just lay in our bed alone crying, feeling so unwanted, so unloved, just wanting to be touched, wanting to be wanted. Our relationship had other problems too, and of course I had my own like toxic energy I brought to the relationship, but I'm the one who asked for a divorce, and like that is why I wanted it for the most part. Like, I was tired of my feelings being hurt, tired of the grumpy attitude all the time, tired of the laziness, like not helping me do anything around the house, which I'm a stay-at-home wife, or I was a stay-at-home mom. But if I need help cleaning out a room upstairs, don't say like next weekend, then that weekend comes, next weekend, then that weekend comes. No, next weekend. Like, no, help out. Like, come on. My ex is a good man, and I hope he finds a woman that is on the same vibration as him, and I will welcome her into my heart with loving arms. I want my child to have a good stepmom. I want to have a good relationship with her, and I have a great relationship with my ex-husband. Okay, I say great. It's more so like brother and sister, that like love-hate relationship. Like, we fight a lot, but if one of us ever needed something, like, we know we could call each other.
Honey, if your ex-husband preferred to whack off to some corn while sitting on the throne than touch you, I promise you that tells my male viewers so much more about you than him. After a long day working in the army, the man must have been hurting so much so, thinking he has sacrificed a lot for her, and she can't sacrifice eating not one of her 8 daily meals to become attractive for him again. Hey, princess, it's real easy to lay the bulk of the blame at his feet, especially when you spend your day hanging by the couch. If you wanted to be touched, why didn't you keep yourself in shape? It could have saved your marriage. Here's a key thing my female viewers didn't catch on to. Her ex-husband was more than likely not stepping out on her, not just because he was busy all the time, but because she caught him pleasuring himself in a sad state. If he had a side piece, he would just let her pump his well.
Yeah, boy.
She asked for a divorce because her fifis were hurt. It's clear that it wasn't because her ex-husband didn't keep the fridge stocked. And again, she was tired of the laziness. I assume she didn't spend too much time looking into a mirror before throwing that label around. Oh, you poor dependopotamus. None of it was ever your fault. It was the bad ex-husband who, although he provided you and your child with everything at his physical and mental expense, he just couldn't see past your excess layers of bodily winter heat insulation. But hey, you're a thin single mom who broke up a family. You are probably in high demand for someone to put a ring on it ASAP.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.